Jacob Gonzalez leading the White Sox onto the field. The 24-year-old making his Major League Baseball debut today.
Just an exciting day for Gonzalez and his family, and they're here in attendance this afternoon. It's a beautiful day for baseball. Nice day for a sweep. Let's see if the Sox now can get it done.
Take a look at the Tigers lineup. 8-23 on the road this season. That is worst in Major League Baseball. Kevin McGonigal, he is the young bat at shortstop, followed by Torkelson, Carpenter, and Green, the bats in the middle.
There's a look at Sean Burke. On for his 10th start, 12th appearance, ERA of 3.90. It's been going down. Great strikeout to walk ratio. Opponent's OPS pretty good, and hard hit rate I think pretty good also. So Sean has done a nice job, and this is how he's going to use his stuff today. Four-seamer 37% of the time, backed up by the knuckle curve. Then it's the slider and sinker, interchangeable at 16%. Don't look for many cutters or changeups. Let's take a look at the defense and how Will lines them up this gorgeous afternoon for baseball. It's Sam, Tristan, and Riku left to right in the outfield, with Miguel, Colson, Chase, and Jacob in the infield. Drew Romo's got the plate. We told you about Sean Burke. Weather presented by Four Seasons, heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electric. 69 degrees, feels like 66. The humidity is 52%, and the wind to this point not much of a factor, but it's doing what it's been doing the entire series, blowing to the right field corner. Behind the plate today, it's Nick Lentz. Calls strikes 11% below Major League average, up to right-handers. And that's not bad, because there's 6 guys that swing from the left side for the Tigers and 7 from the left side for the Sox.
We are ready for baseball here on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. At the rate, Sean Burke on the mound goes through the windup and gets a called strike one. He is facing Colt Keese, the third baseman, a .285 batting average on the season. Bouncer up the middle. Colson Montgomery. Good start for Sean Burke.
Colson throwing on the run is so smooth that it looks like it's almost effortless, although you know it's not. He charges the ball, picks out his own hop like most good shortstops, and then if he does corral it, his throws almost without exception are right where they should be. One of the better guys around, throwing on the move.
There's Kevin McGonigal. He is the future of the Tigers organization, but almost ate one right there. Not the smoothest around first base.
It's a two-seam fastball with a little movement, and McGonigal, first pitch swinging, takes it through the right side. Not what you have to worry about, and A.J. Hinch doesn't do it a lot, but when he does, it's usually McGonigal trying to steal a bag. He is their best base stealer. See how Sean Burke tries to contend with him over there.
Torkelson turning out of the way of that breaking ball, missing ball one. As Torkelson has not gotten off to a great start to his season, batting average just over 200.
Torkelson's grounded into 4 double plays this year, and we'll see if A.J. Hinch decides to run with McGonigal, who's 8 for 8 in stolen bases. This entire team has only swiped 21 at this point. They've been thrown out 9 times. McGonigal, for a young player, really has learned a lot about the intricacies of stealing second base.
Two 2-0 count here from Sean Burke. And he misses upstairs, ball 3.
Would believe with their biggest power guy that A.J. Hinch would give Torkelson the 3-0 green light, and with Carpenter back in the lineup, you usually have to make good pitches to Torkelson.
White Sox got the win Friday against the Tigers. In dramatic fashion, a 4-3 win in the 10th inning off Miguel Vargas' home run. And the offense exploded yesterday, a 7-1 win over the Tigers. As Sean Burke looking for a good start here to complete the sweep on this Sunday. This one driven down the line in left field, and it's going to fall in fair territory. McGonigal, who was on the move, he's going to score easily. An RBI double for Spencer Torkelson, and the Tigers an early 1-0 lead.
He goes to a full count and then spins a breaking ball that doesn't do much. It stays in the middle of the plate, and the Tigers do indeed take the early lead. This double is brought to you by Elgin Hyundai, home of the 20-year, 200,000-mile double warranty.
Thirteenth double of the season for Spencer Torkelson as Burke looks to settle into this game.
They welcome Carpenter back. He is a very good hitter against right-hand pitchers. Doesn't play against too many left-handers, but he can supply big power from the left side.
Comes up empty there. Good fastball from Burke. 1-1 the count. Now goes off speed. Gets Carpenter out in front. Strike two.
A good knuckle curveball and stays in the strike zone the whole way.
It's just the second time that Sean Burke has allowed a run in the first inning in his last 9 starts. One-two pitch.
Tigers, who have a lot of injured players, welcome Carpenter back. He's a big part of this offense.
Good stop by Drew Romo as he keeps Torkelson at second.
Don't have to worry about Torkelson running very much. He's tried one stolen base. He's been unsuccessful.
Romo noticing the pitch clock, called timeout to have Burke step off. And attack Carpenter here in this 2-ball, 2-strike count.
Another nice stop. We'll watch it again. It's a knuckle curve straight over the top. Cover up the 5-hole, and the rest is relatively easy.
Swing and a miss. First punch out today for Sean Burke.
We'll take a look at a harder breaking ball, and this one just dives out of the zone. So good rotation, very good late movement, and Carpenter over the top for the K.
The White Sox starters have done so far this homestand.
They've been really good, and they've protected the bullpen. They've been going fairly deep into games. Here's a guy that's been the best hitter on his team most of the year. Riley Green breaking out. It hasn't shown a whole lot of power. He's got it. Hasn't shown it much yet with only 4 home runs.
Burke still trying to find his command here in this first inning.
One decides to call another pitch. Just wasn't feeling it with whatever was called before.
In the air to center field, it is Peters. Let anybody know that he's got it. And that'll do it for this top of the first. When we come back, Miguel Vargas, who is at a hot bat, due up for the Sox.
I had this idea to
I'm 8 years old and I'm in 3rd grade and I intend to Walt Disney Magnet School. The White Sox manager is Will Venable. Leading off is Sam Antonacci. Batting second, Miguel Vargas. Hitting third, Andrew Benintendi. Hitting fourth is Colson Montgomery. Hitting sixth is Jacob Gonzalez. Batting seventh, Tristan Peters. Hitting eighth, Drew Romo. Batting ninth, Riku. Let's go, Sox!
All righty. Strike one to Sam Antonacci as the White Sox trail 1-0 here in this bottom of the first inning.
They're going to challenge the first pitch. Unfortunately, Sox now down to 1 challenge. We'll take a look what Montero's done. This is 11th start, 55 innings, ERA pretty good, a touch over 4. A hard hit rate a little high for him. And the Sox have seen him before. He's never beaten the Sox ball club.
Antonacci has been the leadoff hitter for most of this month of May for the White Sox.
Best thing about him leading off is that you got Nishida in the 9 spot. So you got 2 table setters ahead of Vargas, Benintendi, and Montgomery.
Slashes this in the air to left field. Towards the line is Green. Can't make the sliding catch, but it is foul.
Big Carapaz on the call, and unfortunately, that one sliced a little too far. Left fielders know that everything is going to move toward the line, whether it's a right-hander hooking it or a left-hander slicing it. It goes toward the line, and Green comes up short, but the ball is foul. This is the 7th pitch of the at-bat. So Sam has played the leadoff man to perfection. There you look at a gentle breeze today.
Two balls, 2 strikes. On the ground to the left side, it is Keith, the third baseman, just gets Antonacci by a step to start this home half of the first.
Let's take a look at the defense, and now A.J. Hinch puts him out there with Green, Vierling, and Perez in the outfield left to right. Then it's Keith, McGonigal, McKinstry, and Torkelson in the infield. Jake Rogers has got the plate, and Cater Montero on the hill.
Strike one here to Miguel Vargas. 13 home runs on the season with a .236 batting average. He has been a different player since the White Sox acquired him at the trade deadline in 2024.
Normally Montero doesn't get behind, and he's got very good control.
White Sox jumped on the starter yesterday, scoring 2 runs in the first inning and never looking back, cruising to a 7-1 win. The ground ball left side. Keith takes this one again. And the first 2 White Sox retired.
Benny's been swinging it real well lately. And when you start to feel it, it stays around for a while. In this series, got a home run, a double, and a couple driven in, scored 3.
Home run yesterday for Benintendi, and in the last 11 games batting .300. It's this one hard, but on the ground to McKinstry. All 3 ground outs by the White Sox as we put an end to this first inning, down 1-0. Top of the second we go. White Sox down 1-0. This half inning is brought to you by Wintrust. Kids Day here at Rate Field, and Mother Nature is certainly cooperating.
That's the difference today in Sean Burke. He's not consistently staying ahead of these Tigers hitters. It is early, but it did cost him a run in the first inning.
And this is a Tigers team that
threw that inside fastball by him. That evens the count. Gurling wants to take his time out. This has been one of the finest weather series we've had up until this point. Roger Bossert is ecstatic, and he throws it by him.
Let's go to Brooke for her scoop from the clubhouse.
Yeah, guys, Noah Schultz is one step closer from returning from the IL. He's dealing with that right knee patellar tendonitis. He actually threw a bullpen here today, and pitching coach Zach Bove said that it went well. They're going to see how he recovers and then go from there for the next step. And although you don't want any of your players to be sidelined, Bove did say that it gives them an opportunity to work on a few things without having the pressure of game action. They have a small sample size. He said we could see what worked, what didn't work, and he said they feel confident that they're working on the right things. So he's going to get off to a good start when he finally returns to the mound, guys.
It's good news for the starting rotation, certainly, and good news for Noah Schultz. There's a lot of promise in that young man, and when he's right, he's got good command of just about everything.
Ground ball, first base. First big league play for Gonzalez, where he keeps it himself and records the out.
Good defensive alignment because Jacob is hugging the line, and he has to be, otherwise this is in right field. But he's right there. Calls off Burke. And there is first put out. Zach McKinstry Not his best year. Hitting just 160 coming in. And Burke quickly ahead 0-2. The youngster's really enjoying this gorgeous day in Chicago.
Almost held on by Romo for the strikeout.
Little juggling act behind the plate by Drew. It's the top of the glove and then can't locate it in time.
One ball, two strikes.
Pitch number 34 on the way, and if Sean can get out of this with this hitter, he'll be right on pace pitch wise.
Fly ball left field, and Tanachi comes in, and a 1-2-3 second inning for Burke. With the managers here today, A.J. Hinch, the man in charge for the Tigers, coming into play today. 22-37, tied with the Rockies for the worst record in baseball. And Will Venable, well, he has done since May 4th an incredible run here for the White Sox.
I think look for Colson to have some pretty good at bats against Montero. Sean Burke seemed to settle down in the second inning.
Colson Montgomery had a home run in the game yesterday for the White Sox. Over his last 16 home games, hitting .313 with 6 home runs, 13 runs batted in. Pops this one up as Keith calls for it. One down. Let's go to Connor for some news and notes.
Well, yesterday for the Padres, Fernando Tatis Jr. homered for the first time this year. He's on pace for 11. The Pods, though, are second in the NL West. The Orioles are starting to play much better baseball. Pete Alonso, the hero last night, they put up 5 in the ninth to win it. The O's lead big on the Jays today. The Braves are the first to 40 in the bigs. Ronald Acuna Jr., my goodness, what a run. He's the first player in the modern era to go 3 straight games and total 4 homers or more and 4 steals or more. He can get it done, guys.
As good as the Braves have been, White Sox have tied the Braves for the same record here in the month of May.
And the Braves have been very good. We're also going to see them when the Sox come home from Minneapolis and Philadelphia. It's going to be the Braves standing in their way.
Since April 27th, White Sox have won 20 of their last 30, tied for 4th best in baseball. That's with the Braves. Oh, 2 pitch to Madrath.
Montero isn't only just throwing different velocities, but he's using up, down, in, and out. So he's thrown all 4 quadrants.
Got it by Madrath for the strikeout. A nice pop from the crowd as Jacob Gonzalez, who was called up yesterday and also turned 24 yesterday, his first big league at bat.
He was hitting him pretty well at AAA, and this moment he will remember all the days of his life, and so will the family who's in attendance here this afternoon.
What can we expect to see out of Gonzalez at this level?
Well, look, if he's right, you're going to see some power. In the minors this year, 19 home runs, 62 driven in.
Takes the spot. Munetaka Murakami, who went down with a grade 2 hamstring strain and unfortunately will be out for 4 to 6 weeks. One, two.
This one didn't miss by much. In fact, it didn't miss at all.
Former first-round pick in 2023. Jacob Gonzalez putting it together this season in AAA. In the air, down the line in right field. But it goes foul.
He hit a breaking ball and unfortunately got out a little too quickly. We'll watch it again. Not the good part of the bat, but he's pretty strong, and watching this one all the way to see if it'll stay inside the line.
Turns on another one as you see the power from Gonzalez.
You would think you'd see a high fastball here. That's, I believe, when he has to go get him, that's how Montero will. See what Rogers wants behind the plate.
2-2. This one is driven in the air. As Vierling calls for it. And will end this second inning.
That is the spirit behind our cafe.
Welcome back. Top of the third inning. White Sox trail the Tigers 1-0. This half inning is brought to you by Hyundai. What do you think about the way Burke settled down in that second?
Oh, I thought he's starting to get his rhythm. Getting that knuckle curve over, it's a great wipeout pitch. But to consistently wipe out hitters, you have to get ahead. Did a better job of that in the second inning than he did in the first. So things are starting to settle down.
Bottom of the order is the catcher, Jake Rogers, hitting 146 on the season. And Burke, the fastball, just too much. A punch out to start this third inning. Let's go to Connor.
All right, John, here with Justine Fernandez, the Vice President of Direct Marketing and Product for CHSN. Justine, the White Sox are playing great baseball. We've got the CHSN app. How do people get involved? What can they expect on the CHSN app this year?
So it's a super easy way to follow along with this very fun team right now. 24/7 programming, live White Sox games, highlights pre and post game with Chuck and Ozzy. It's super easy to sign up. You can stream on up to 3 devices. So a great way to follow along with this team.
We've got all kinds of features on the app. What are the kind of the fun things fans can use to get involved and stay involved with this team?
So we did add in the multi-view experience for this Sox season. Really fun feature that we have only in the app. We put a camera behind home plate so fans can choose their own adventure. They can follow along with the traditional broadcast. They can watch the view from behind home plate. We have the Mooney cam for the crosstown series, so you could track every reaction in the game. We also had the Noah Schultz cam for his debut. These are some of the special things that we can do with the app to really elevate the experience for the White Sox.
The CHSN app has something that none of your other apps have. We have a sweepstakes. Tell us about the sweepstakes.
Very exciting. So if you sign up for a Sox Summer Pass, you can enter to win the CHSN Sweepstakes. We are giving away, Connor, the entire suite. So that is 10 tickets total, premium experience here in the ballpark on June 13th. And you can enter now through Wednesday.
For those of you interested in getting the app, or the sweepstakes, how do people get signed up?
So if you want the Sox Summer Pass, perfect for this June slate of games that the Sox have, by the way, you can head to shop.chsn.com. You enter the sweepstakes in the checkout process. And again, the White Sox on the CHSN app, follow along all summer, bring it with you, stream on up to 3 devices, as I said, and enter for your chance to win now through Wednesday.
Justine, thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. John, Steve, back to you. Steve, I know you have this app on your iPad. Even you've downloaded this one.
I have this app on everything I have. I have it on my books.
Colson Montgomery, the quick release and a good scoop at first base by Gonzalez.
That's a good play on both ends, and Colson's very happy with the pick at first. We'll watch it again to his right. Colson knows he's got to get rid of it quickly. And a good pick on the back end by Gonzalez. It's a good play on both sides of the equation, and it's quickly 2 up, 2 down for McGonigal.
McGonigal reached on a single and would come around to score the only run of the game in the first inning for the Tigers.
McGonigal's always had a really short, quick stroke, which means it's not too complicated, easily repeatable, and that's one of the reasons why he's been hitting close to 300 most of this year.
Good pitch there from Burke, delivers strike 2 as he approaches 50 pitches here this outing. Up and in.
That one just missed the lead elbow. Because he is a base running threat, the last thing you want to do is hit him. See the padding there, and he just got it out of the way in time.
McGonigal, just 21 years old, 37th overall pick by the Tigers in 2023. Fast tracked through the minors. He skipped AAA entirely.
One of the things you look for in young hitters, the walk to strikeout ratio, and he's pretty close to 50-50. Anytime you have as many walks as strikeouts, you're really getting it done.
So he will walk with 2 outs here in this 3rd inning.
Here's the difference in the game so far.
Spencer Torkelson, an RBI double in the 1st inning. Sean Burke trying to get ahead of hitters. Runner goes. Throw down from Romo, but a stolen base for McGonigal.
That's one of the things that's been real tough for Sean Burke this year. They do run on him a lot. It's a long, slow delivery. Magongo looks back for contact, didn't see any, and the throw's on the third base side of second, and you just have to go too far to try to throw somebody out when the throw is there.
Good breaking ball as Burke gets ahead. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
That'll make that outside corner look a little further away. Buzzes one up and in to Torkelson.
Two balls, 2 strikes to count from Burke. And a fastball freezes him. Called strike 3. Couple strikeouts here in this 3rd inning. Sox trail 1-0. White Sox baseball on Chicago Sports Network is brought to you by Wintrust. Different approach, better results. Just a gorgeous Sunday afternoon here on the south side of Chicago. And the bottom 3 in the order for the White Sox coming to the plate, starting with Tristan Peters. He will pop up the first one. Keith in foul territory. 1 away.
Montero is able to throw the ball inside to left-handers, and he's jamming the Sox hitters to this point.
This first time through, still we have not seen a base runner.
7 in a row retired, as Montero has particularly good control.
Another pop-up. Keith has been busy at third so far. And there's 2 down. Let's go to Connor.
John, thank you so much. A privilege here on Kids Day to welcome in the man celebrating the birthday, the fuzzy green dude himself. It is Southpaw's birthday, having a blast with all of his mascot friends prior to the game. It looked like a joy. And up here on the perch, it is my privilege to be joined by Southpaw, by Paws, and by Baxter of the Diamondbacks. Southpaw, you feeling old? How you doing, buddy? Oh, yeah, a little bit. No, listen, I get it. I get it. Pause. You were here for the party. Is it tough celebrating a rival and a best friend on his birthday? You got Coney dogs are better than Chicago dogs. Well, listen, I'm not sure I'm with you on that. Baxter, this is who do you root for on a day like this? I hope both teams have. Well, listen, I see where you're coming from, but Southpaw, go Sox, right? There it is. John, Steve, back to you.
Happy birthday, Southpaw. Got all his friends flown in for this special occasion.
I think he's a little greener. Looks to me like as he's maturing, the green is coming in nicely.
How about that hit from Riku Nishida? Steve, the pressure he puts on the defense with his speed. Antonacci pops it up as Torkelson at first, waiting on it to end this 3rd inning. It is a very happy Kids Day here at the ballpark with Southpaw celebrating his birthday as all his friends are in town hoping for a White Sox win, looking to make it 5 in a row. These lines to watch are presented by Circus Sports. Sports betting the way it should be. We look at Sean Burke's strikeout total for today. Steve, what do you think of the over-under at 5.5?
Well, early in the ball game, I thought that he would go over because the knuckle curve is so good. He has guys like Torkelson waiting for it and then throws a fastball right by him. So he's got 4 strikeouts already.
There's Kerry Carpenter. And he will plunk a single into right field. They're hoping he provides a boost. This is his first game since May 9th, coming back from a left AC joint sprain.
He's always been able to hit the right-handers. And although he didn't get a whole lot of this because he got it just above the hands, he still was strong enough to muscle it into right center field.
This was a team expected to make the playoffs this season. With the worst record in baseball, they can only hope guys start to get healthy again.
All teams have to deal with injuries, no doubt about that. We just saw a very costly one for the Sox, but the Tigers have had an inordinate amount of injuries to some of their major players. And they're hoping that the walking wounded are going to get back soon so they can indeed contend and figure out what to do with Skubal when he comes off the injured list.
A ball and strike here to Riley Green.
Good fastball upstairs, and he throws it by him. These are too tantalizing to lay off, and if you go after it up there, you're not going to do anything with it.
Gone Carpenter over at first.
Usually you don't have to watch him all that closely. He has yet to attempt a stolen base. Sean knows that a lot of people are going to try to run against him. He's given up 10 stolen bases so far this year.
Fastball got it by him. Good pitch for Sean Burke. Already at 5 strikeouts.
This one with good late movement. As you can see, it just darts away from Green. And the man at first, no harm, no foul on the drop.
4th inning. This half inning is brought to you by Toyota. The start of the homestand has marked a good stretch for starting pitching for the White Sox, beginning on Monday against Minnesota. And after this one, the White Sox with just 3 more games left to end the streak of 13 straight games without a day off.
On to Minneapolis to face the Buxtons. One of the reasons why they took 3 of 4 was, by and large, in the series against the Twins here, they controlled Byron Buxton. Not an easy thing to do.
Popped up just out of the infield as Mydroth with the grab. 2 away here in this 4th inning. A 170 batting average for Perez, but he does have a home run in this series against the White Sox. Pitch number 70 today here from Burke.
That was the best knuckle curve he's thrown today. He got off to a rocky start in the first inning. Faced 5 hitters, gave up a run, but slowly in this game it's coming back to him. As you can see, way over the top for Perez. And he couldn't read that spin that quickly.
Similar to what we saw from Framber Valdez yesterday. White Sox got him to in the first, but he got better as that game went on.
Well, certainly. I mean, pitchers, if they're going to have a difficult time early in a ball game, it's usually going to be the first inning. Then they settle down, get their command, and things start to look a lot better. Carpenter was running as A.J. Hinch was trying to bail Perez out of the at-bat. So if he gets thrown out, you lead off with Perez instead of Perez being retired and leading off with McKinstry.
Burke takes a peek at Carpenter at first. 0-2. Burke taking his time. Now comes to the plate and freezes him. Called strike 3. Six Ks for Burke today. And one of the big bats in the lineup, Colson Montgomery. He is due up when we come back after the break. Bottom of the fourth we go. This half inning is brought to you by Davis Law. White Sox with just one hit off the starter, Montero. Let's see if things change here this second time through the order as Miguel Vargas stepping in. Vargas with a ground out to third, his first time up. Seen a lot of ground outs and pop-ups in the infield.
Well, one of the reasons is that pitch. He's trying to hit the inside part up to the right-hand hitters, and when he does, hard to get on top of that, and you wind up popping it up. So you see the good movement. He's throwing it right on the inside corner to the righties and jamming him.
Even though the Tigers have scored first, they have 17 losses this season when scoring first. That is the most in Major League Baseball.
What the Sox have done well on this homestand is making sure the game is close and then taking it away late.
Vargas goes down swinging for the first out here in this bottom of the fourth.
Follow our Sox at ChicagoSportsNetwork.com, presented by Nationwide Insurance agent Jeff Vukovich. Get to enjoy knowing the Vuk as much as you do the jingle at JeffVuk.com, because Nationwide is on your side.
Off the end of the bat, Benintendi. Squibber to second base, and 2 quick outs here in this fourth inning.
So far, Montero has really been in command. The only hit was the debatable variety at second base when McKinstry couldn't handle the ground ball by Nishida. Other than that, a minimum of pitches, and he's through 3 2/3.
There's the big bopper, Colson Montgomery. Reached 35 home runs in his career yesterday with a bomb. And he becomes the fastest player in White Sox history to reach that mark. He did in 128 games.
Pretty impressive.
It was a complete team effort yesterday as the White Sox, their first game without Murakami. And they're going to need to see it over the next month and a half, as everyone's going to have to do a little extra.
Yeah, baseball is always next man up, and most managers will tell you they don't worry about the guys who aren't here. They worry about the guys who are here. This lineup is aggressive. They're young, and they pull for one another, which is great chemistry in a very young clubhouse.
One ball, 2 strikes. And it lands, called strike 3. Sox go down in order after 4, still just 1 hit. Welcome back. StatCast 3D is powered by Google Cloud. We take a look at Sean Burke through 4 innings.
Well, you can see most of the strikeouts on the 4-seam fastball, 1 on the slider, but 6 of them early in this game, and that's pretty good. Gave up the run in the first inning, and since then, he's only surrendered 1 base hit, that to Carpenter.
One pitch gets the grounder to second base as Mydroff flips in time, and McKinstry is retired. Burke's going to need more of those with his pitch count a little elevated here to start this 5th.
And certainly what Will wants today, and what the starting pitchers have been doing, especially on this homestand, is getting you those 18 outs. That means 6 innings, only 9 left to the bullpen. And by and large, the staff has been doing a great job of that.
Whatever got fixed, it seems like his delivery is a little cleaner as he's pouring in strike 1 more consistently.
It looks really tight right now, even though he's a big man, and that looked like a strike. Looked to me like Nick Lentz might have missed it, and Sox are hoping that he did,
call the ball
because it'll be no challenges if he's wrong. And he's got plenty of the plate. That's what it looked like, and that's what it is.
The count is 0-2. Chicago has 1 challenge remaining.
Oh-2. Ground ball backhand by Gonzalez. He will keep it himself. Couple of ground outs for Burke to start this 5th inning. This half inning is brought to you by St. Xavier University.
So far, Jacob over at first base had looked really good. I mean, he's a lifetime shortstop. That is what you would consider his natural position. But he made a great pick on the back end of a good throw by Montgomery, and so far he's flawless at first.
It's been the big question. Who's going to take over the majority of the playing time defensively at first base? We saw Vargas yesterday. Now Gonzalez gets the start.
I think against the right-handers, it's going to be Gonzalez. They want to see what he can do, and they love that display of power in the minor leagues, hoping it can translate up here.
Into left field, Antonacci, and how about a quick 6-pitch 5th inning? That's exactly what Sean Burke needed.
I had to.
Bottom of the 5th we go. This half inning is brought to you by Prevagen. See plenty of southpaw birthday hats around the ballpark. What do you get for the paw on his birthday?
That's a good question. You can't get a hat. It costs you too much. He has an enormous cranium. Trying to think.
Ground ball to shortstop. McGonigal makes the play as Mydroff is retired. Let's go to Brooke.
Guys, Jacob Gonzalez becomes the 11th White Sox player to make his MLB debut this season, the most in Major League Baseball. Since the start of last year, they've had 22 debuts, also the most in baseball. What's impressive is they're winning while doing it. Will Venable told me yesterday these young players arrive already knowing the standard and what's expected of them. And Steve, you've talked about the culture, and I feel like you're not just seeing it develop at the big league level here. It's throughout the entire organization.
And Brooke, you're right, and you have to do it in the minor leagues, because if you're going to bring in talented young players, you want them to know exactly what's going to be expected of them when they get to the major leagues. Because the Sox have done this so much, these guys know exactly what they're getting into. There was a lot of organizations, usually starting 15-20 years back, where the minor leagues were developed different than the major leagues depending on who managed the major league club. Not so with the White Sox. They've got one organizational philosophy, and it's working very well right now. There's a lot of talent coming out of the Sox and their minor league system.
All right, so with 11 now with Gonzalez's debut, you know the most? It was the Marlins in 1998 with 12. White Sox just one away from tying it.
That seems easily attainable, especially when you consider it's not June 1st yet. So I would think that that's something well within their grasp.
Especially think Brady Montgomery, the way he's tearing things up in AAA. A towering fly ball to right field, and it will stay in the ballpark as Perez makes the catch.
Gonzalez has hit 2 fly balls, which is something you want from a power hitter. Just not quite enough on him on a day that's not too windy, but still fairly breezy.
Tristan Peters using country music as the walk-up song on this Sunday afternoon. What would be your walk-up song if you were a hitter? Or I'll just say what variety, like what genre would it be? You don't have to say the song.
Definitely hard rock. I've been a hard rocker for quite some time.
Okay, I like that. A little AC/DC maybe?
Some of that, but Hell's Bells was taken. Trevor Hoffman had that and wrote it to the Hall of Fame, so I can't use that one. I like that one a lot.
Okay, okay. I'm not mad at that.
Maybe a Neil Peart drum solo from Rush. He's passed away, of course, but with only 3 men in the band, the sound they got was enormous. Neil Peart, maybe the greatest drummer ever, arguably.
That is past the dive of Torkelson as Peters rounds the bag at first. Bobbled by Perez, but Peters will stop at second. A 2-out double here in this 5th inning.
But Tristan Peters has been everything the Sox have wanted him to be, and maybe a little bit more. This one drifts out over the plate, and he takes it right by Torkelson. Torkelson off the line. And as this one rattles around, hits the side pad. It is a 2-base hit, and this double is brought to you by Elgin Hyundai, home of the 20-year, 200,000-mile double warranty. It's a way to get it going. Little base hit, it's a tie game. Rogers won the appeal to Vic Carapazza, but he checked it up.
Ninth double of the season for Peters, who's in scoring position. And they will check on him. You throw the first, crowd doesn't like it. They definitely don't like it when you throw the second.
That's for sure. McGonigal playing right up the middle, right behind Peters, so it takes maybe a step away from that lead.
Chopper, it is gloved by Montero, and he makes the throw to first to retire Romo.
On CHSN.
The Chicago White Sox and GovX are proud to honor our hero of the game. Today we pay tribute to Petty Officer Second Class Alexander Sullivan of the United States Navy.
That was our GovX hero of the game from the Navy. 6th inning we go. Sean Burke, the starter, still on the bump. And 81 pitches, but a very quick 6-pitch 5th inning for him.
That helped him out, and now with 5 in, he's looking for at least 1 more, maybe more. But walking this guy is not a good idea.
Kevin McGonigal has been on base twice. Singleton scored in the 1st and walked in the 3rd and stole second base. I know we were both excited to see him play live with all the hype, all the excitement, the big contract handed out. What have you thought now this 3rd game of the series?
Well, he's very strong. We know that. I think he's going to hit for more power as he moves along, but I like the short, quick stroke. That pitch nobody's going to hit anyway, so you either lay off it or you're going to miss it. And even worse for a hitter, if you do get the top of the baseball, it's going to hit you either in the shin, the knee, or perhaps the ankle.
We've also seen him comfortable either at third or at short where he is today.
Defensively, he's fine.
2-2. He got 4 hits in his first big league game, and it signified to everybody that he was going to be comfortable at this level. 3-2. Got him looking.
He wants to appeal that. It's a challenge. Tigers have 2 of them.
Pitch is called a strike. The hitter is challenging.
So Sean Burke looking at the board like everybody else, and it will miss.
Call is overturned. Ball 4.
So the challenge changes a strikeout to a walk.
And Chris Murphy now loosening in the Sox pen. That is a big reversal of fortune because now you got their best base stealer on with nobody out.
What's that like as a starting pitcher? Because before this season, that was a pitch that pitchers normally would get. A pitch maybe just off the edge, called strike 3. Nobody would really even second guess it.
I believe the big takeaway from this challenge system is I think the umpires have gotten better. I really believe that this has been a very good year for umpires. They don't miss very much, and even when you see, I mean, the call overturned like that, you know, it's by millimeters. So we've seen all 4 umpires in a series do a really good job, and they were by and large pretty good before. I think they're better than ever this year.
Another great attendance here on this weekend series at Wright Field. Over 30,000 on Friday, close to 30,000 yesterday.
This looks to be in about the high 20s.
There's no doubt that the buzz in Chicago is about the White Sox right now.
Little bigger lead at first base by McGonigal.
This will be pitch number 90 today from Sean Burke. Romo jumps out of his crouch as McGonigal back to the bag at first. But he has 1 stolen base today. White Sox are keeping their eye on him.
I think we're going to see Murphy coming in for the Carpenter Green section of this lineup.
2-2, driven down the line in left field, but foul. We've also seen the last 2 pitches McGonigal start and then stop at first.
He couldn't get that good jump, and he had the presence of mind not to run into what he would have thought would be a relatively easy out, so he just checked it up.
2-2, hit hard right at Vargas at third. Out number 1 here in this 6th inning.
And here comes Will, and that indeed will bring in Chris Murphy. So good job by Sean Burke. He's limited them to just 1 run on 3 hits to this point. We'll turn it over to the bullpen, and he'll come out to a really good ovation from the crowd. He threw very well. He's been throwing very well, and Chris Murphy on. And as he trots in, we're going to step out and we'll be back. Sox fans, take the games with you. Subscribe to the White Sox only plan and stream every game live on the Chicago Sports Network app on up to 3 devices. Start your 7-day free trial today at subscribe.chsn.com. Chicago Sports Network, full stream ahead. Here is a look at Chris Murphy. On for the 7th time. ERA a little higher than he would like.
So a pinch hitter is Jahmai Jones at the plate, as the Tigers will counter as the White Sox bring on the lefty. Murphy was recalled today by the White Sox from AAA after Tyler Gilbert was placed on the family medical emergency list. Baby asleep in one arm, got a nice cool beverage in the other. Jones, who we've seen as the DH, 0 for 3 so far this series, but the count is now full.
That went back this way, and McGonigal was not running. Very excited young man with a souvenir.
Fastball misses outside, ball 4. This half inning is brought to you by Elgin Hyundai. Big swing and a miss from Riley Green as he is 0 for 2 today. That was against the starter Sean Burke. Big hop. My job is a quick turn to Montgomery, and Eminem up the middle looking smooth. The double play turn.
This is a one-hop rocket into a double play, and it's our Steinhoffels double play. Steinhoffels donates $200 to Special Spaces Illinois for every double play. Double plays that make a difference, and that one certainly did. It's out of the inning.
Riku Nishida starts things off for the White Sox. And see, we talked about during the break, not a ton of pitches from the Tiger starter, Kader Montero. Just 57.
I mean, because he throws a lot of strikes, Sox are swinging at a lot of first or second pitches. But he's fallen behind 2-0. He hasn't walked anybody yet. It's a good time. Just look for a fastball. Hit it hard if you can to right center field.
We've seen 8 at-bats already by the White Sox of 1 or 2 pitches in this ballgame.
Well, if you do get a reputation, Montero has it, especially this year, of throwing the first pitch for a strike, you're going to get some early outs. That's what he's been doing. The command has been outstanding, and his first pitch strike rate is usually very good.
Catching the corner. 2-2 the count here to Nishida.
That one did have just a tiny piece of the outside corner, but it was a strike.
And Nishida goes down swinging to start this bottom of the 6th inning.
He set him up away and then caught the inside corner with that high breaking ball. Wasn't a good pitch, but it was very effective. Montero, in fact, has walked the leadoff man just 4% of the time this year, and that's among baseball's best.
Another pop-up. This is McGonigal at shortstop. Time now for a message from Ankin Law.
I'm with Chicago shortstop Colson Montgomery. You're on his team first.
Yeah, I've always worked hard for the team rather than myself.
I get it. If you've been injured, my team is here to help. Call 312-6-million. Injury law made personal. That's Ankin Law.
All right, we do have the official attendance now. 28,764.
Slugs would love to give them something to cheer about.
Just 2 hits so far for the White Sox. Hey, what's going on? Hot shot. It is gloved by Keith at third. And the Sox retired in order to end this 6th inning.
Calling.
My name is Daryl Bowen. I played third base, first, mainly everywhere utility. My favorite White Sox player is Miguel Vargas. For my Mount Rushmore of baseball players, I would go Aaron Judge, Paul Skeens, Paul Konerko, and Barry Bonds. My best advice I've ever received is to worry about your craft and keep going, and don't compare yourself to others.
How about Daryl at 13 years old, wise beyond his years?
Well, there's no doubt that he knows baseball pretty well, knows the players very well, and a good Mount Rushmore of baseball.
I like that he had a couple current guys, a couple old school guys. Do you have a Mount Rushmore of baseball players? I know.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, I would say to this point, they would all be very old.
You played with so many guys. You've watched so many guys. I mean, it's very hard for you to just single out 4.
But Willie Mays would be one because he was my center fielder when I broke into the major leagues, and I just would look out there every game and think that all-time great is going to chase down my mistakes. What a good place to be. Murphy having trouble getting the ball over the plate. Walt Veerling. Just a 1-run game, and he's looking for that double play again. Drew Anderson loosening in the pen, and I think we're all in favor of anything that gets Montero out of this game.
Perez looking down at his third base coach for the signs here in this 1-1 count. Big hack, fouls it straight back. Strike 2.
Perez, one of those switch hitters that is a little better from the right side than the left, and that's how he looks out at Murphy.
Just 3 hits for the Tigers, 2 hits for the White Sox. As this is a tight game to end this 3-game series. Runner goes, pitch is lifted in the air to left center. That is Antonacci, and he will make the catch. All right, well, Sean Burke certainly did his job, just giving up that 1 run. He had 14 swing and misses. His high so far this season is 15. What do you think of the overall performance?
I thought it was shaky early, but that was his first inning that a lot of starters have. But then he started throwing the ball very well. It's the offense today that is really not picking it up. Montero's been that good. So if the Tigers decide they want to go to the pen, that would be a good thing for the Sox, I believe.
We'd love that for a birthday present to our southpaw.
There you go. 2 runs for the paw would be good.
White Sox have won 4 in a row. A win here would match their season best. A 5-game win streak. And we have seen plenty of late comebacks by the White Sox so far this season. Got him picked off. And a tag applied by Montgomery.
Good move by Murphy. The premature steal. And the tag well ahead of the slide. Nice throw by Gonzalez. But for a guy who's been a shortstop most of his career, he's had a very good day at first base. He's made every play that he's been asked to make.
And you think a former first-round draft pick, so many expectations put on a guy like Jacob Gonzalez. Took him a bit of time to get here, but really no sign of nerves, especially to your point, in the field defensively.
No, he'll have at least one more opportunity to try to make a difference offensively, but he's already made a difference defensively.
(3-2). And the third walk given up by Murphy.
The wheel's going to go out. Murphy's going to come down, and the Sox will go to the pen. As he walks off, we'll step out, and we'll be back.
Hey, Mercedes.
Sox fans, you and 9 friends could watch the Sox from the CHSN Suite at Rate Field on June 13th. There's just 3 days left to enter the Summer Suite Sweepstakes. Scan the QR code on your screen or visit shop.chsn.com and sign up for a summer pass and your chance to win. No purchase necessary. See official rules for details. Chicago Sports Network, full stream ahead.
Well, we have a tarps off sighting, and this one from the fuzzy green dude. On his birthday, southpaw getting after it.
Got his friends there with him. Brandon Eisert on for the 10th time, ERA of 4.35. Inherits McKinstry at first base. And he needs one more out in this inning.
the mascots going tarps off. Benny the Bull. Missing up, 2-2. It has felt like every day at the ballpark there is a different vibe, but always a fun vibe, and that's what we felt throughout this entire season.
Southwell's been joined by a lot of his friends from far and wide.
Just getting a piece is Jake Rogers, bottom of the order. Missing down, ball 3.
There is some good news, however, out of Cleveland. The Red Sox put a 6 spot on the Guardians in the 7th inning. They lead 9-4 after beating them badly in yesterday's game.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Isert gets out of it. It is time to stretch here on the South Side. Are you ready for your winning moment? Find it at Wind Creek Chicago Southland, where the action never stops. Play the hottest table games, enjoy the newest slots, and celebrate big jackpots. At Wind Creek, there's a win waiting for you around every corner.
Good new pitcher in the ball game. It's Drew Anderson. Anderson out for the 20th time. He's been pretty effective. ERA of 3.62.
Benintendi. McKinstry makes the play at second, 1 away as we start this bottom of the 7th inning. A lot of ground outs, a lot of pop outs today by the White Sox, and just 2 hits so far in the ball game.
Montero is awfully tough through 6, turns it over to Anderson. For Montero was strike 1, and he just didn't walk anybody. And both of the hits he gave up came with 2 outs, which is a good recipe for getting out of an inning in this 1-0 game.
It was just his 2nd career start where he threw 6 innings or more with no runs and 2 or less hits.
This was pretty impressive today.
Especially since the White Sox bats have been hot over the course of this 4-game win streak. The White Sox outscoring their opponents 32-8. One-two.
Can't really go out and get anything for Anderson, although this is a 4-seam fastball and he tries to get it inside on him. But Anderson, with runners in scoring position when he gets there, has thrown his changeup almost half the time. Ryan Hudson loosening in the Sox pen. What a year he's having.
2-2. Breaking ball missing down. Colson Montgomery high in the air. Back it goes. It is gone. Back-to-back games with a home run for Colson Montgomery. As the rate erupts, we got a tie game here in the 7th.
That's his 15th. And the Sox, who've been trailing all game long, find themselves in a tie game. There's the changeup. We told you he throws a lot of them. And this is our Lexus Experience Amazing home run replay. A towering fly ball with the wind blowing that way. So Montero gets a no-D for his efforts, and Sean Burke likewise. A no decision.
Now it's Chase Madrath's turn to keep this hit parade going. He will go back to the bag after the wide turn. First hit today for Chase.
This is the first time when this crowd has a chance to get involved in this one. Home run, and now the go-ahead run at first base.
Jacob Gonzalez is 0 for 2 today, but on both flyouts, they were over 100 miles per hour exit velocity.
Well, the Hollywood script would say that he drives in the go-ahead run.
Ground ball through the hole on the left side.
But he'll take the base hit for his first major league hit. Keep that baseball. This one out of the strike zone, and Jacob just pokes it through the left side, and Chris Fetter comes out to have a word with Anderson. The Gonzalez family ecstatic with that, and 3 straight hits greet Anderson.
White Sox had 2 hits in their first 21 at-bats. And now 3 hits in their last 3. A chance to take the lead. Tristan Peters at the dish. Swings through, strike 1. Peters 1 for 2 today, doubling his last time up in the 5th inning. Behind in this count, 0-2. Breaking ball, slicing down the left field line. It's going to go foul. Ooh-wee.
That one stayed fair a long time before just slicing to the left of the line. Vic Carapazza on the call. And there you see it.
Tristan Peters, another one of those guys who does not want to see this month of May go by. But his first 2 career home runs here this month, as we have seen more offensive firepower from him. .313 batting average in his last 32 games. 0-2.
Surprised he was able to stay alive on that. That was right about helmet high, but he was able to just get a piece.
Sticks out the bat, and it's going to make its way into left field. Modroth rounding the bag at third. He's going to score. And the White Sox take a 2-1 lead here in this 7th inning. RBI single for Tristan Peters.
This one just barely gets by, and it's another high changeup. If you're going to throw that change right-handed to a left-hand hitter, you better be down and away. If not, they get too good a swing at it, and this one just eased into the outfield by a diving McGonigal. Sox have their first lead of the day. Now you look for a little icing on the cake. You got the lead with 4 straight hits. And Drew Romo with an opportunity to expand that lead.
Romo being patient here. Do they give him the green light? 3-0.
I would think so. We'll see what Will thinks. Didn't get it right down the middle. Or if he got it, he didn't like the pitch.
He did go around there. Would have been ball 4. Runners on, first and second, 1 away. Nobody even covering the bag at second.
Sometimes the pitcher is going to do that when he just doesn't have a good grip on the baseball or not thinking in the right direction. He just does that to waste a little time and then go back to the action.
Fly ball center field. Backing up is Vierling. He makes the catch as Gonzalez tags and advances to third with now 2 outs.
That's going to be it for Anderson. A.J. Hinch coming out, second trip to the mound. He's going to go to the pen. And Anderson will depart after giving up the lead. And as he walks out, we're going to step out happily. But we'll be back. Today's game is brought to you by Marquette Bank. Marquette Bank is Chicagoland's trusted neighborhood bank and home lender. So level up your banking with Marquette Bank at emarquettebank.com. Marquette Bank, love where you bank. Wendell Grichuk's going to come on to pinch hit against Tyler Holton, on for the 25th time with an ERA a tick above 4.5. Runners at the corners.
Grichuk lays off that breaking ball down. 1-1 count here. White Sox have taken the lead with 2 runs here in this 7th inning. Gonzalez has got his eyes peeled on the catcher Jake Rogers in case anything slips past him. 2 balls and a strike. Another great crowd here at Wright Field to close out this weekend. 2-2 pitch. Two balls, 2 strikes, runners on at the corners, and there goes the runner. Caught up in a pickle. Gonzalez now, he's going to break for home, but they've got Peters tagged out before the run scores. So that'll do it for this 7th inning. But it was Jacob Gonzalez picking up his first career hit. And the White Sox putting up 2 to take the lead.
The memorable moments presented by Prevagen. It's the day of Jacob Gonzalez, his first major league start. He's had a very good day with the glove, made some outstanding plays, and then his first major league hit in the middle of a 2-run rally, which gives the Sox the lead. Ryan Hudson comes on. Try to get a hold. On for the 29th time, his ERA a minuscule 1.32.
He will face the pinch hitter, Hao-Yu Lee. As Randall Grichuk stays in the game, and he will play right field for the White Sox. Two pitch from Hudson, and another one fouled off down the line.
Hudson at 6'8" not only has good stuff, but he's very deceptive. It's a very big body trying to hide the ball and make sure that the hitter can't see it out of his hands.
Inside corner, called strike 3. Let's go to Connor.
Let's head down on the farm. John Peyton Paulette has been returned to the White Sox. The 2nd rounder in 2022 was a Rule 5 pick of the Cleveland Guardians this past winter. Pitched in the bigs for them, has been DFA'd and then returned to the White Sox per the rules of the Rule 5 pick. Still a lot of life in that arm. He's just 25 years old. He's been assigned to the AAA Charlotte Knights.
All right, we wish Peyton the best.
Talked to a scout today about him and said that that arm is major league quality. You just got to work on command and control.
There's Kevin McGonigal. Has been on base 3 times today, a single, 2 walks. Ryan Hudson, the 4th pitcher used by the White Sox today. Try to wrap up this series and get the sweep against the Tigers. Popped up into shallow left field. Montgomery drifting back, makes the catch. And there's 2 away here in this 8th inning.
That's a real big out because ahead of Torkelson, who's their #1 power hitter, you want to make sure in a 1-run game the bases are clean. McGonigal had been on each and every time with a stolen base, a base hit, a run scored, and 2 walks. This time, very soft pop-up, and it's 2 outs in the inning.
Through the right side as Torkelson will get his second hit today, a 2-out single.
Picking on the first pitch. You got a fastball out over the plate. Inside out swing. It took it through the right side. So now he represents the tying run.
This is Jones, sends this one down the line in left field, and Antonacci keeps getting better and better out there in left field, puts an end to this top of the 8th inning.
Time for our Miller Lite moment, and it comes off the bat of Colson Montgomery. It's his 15th, and this one ties the game. Sox have been trailing all day. Not now. It's a tie game en route to a 1-run lead late. Colson got the job done. Brendan Hannafy comes out for the 11th time. Fine ERA of 1.59.
Some changes on the infield for Detroit. Lee goes to second. McKinstry's at short, and McGonigal moves from short to third. Grichuk will lead things off here. 9-1-2 in the White Sox order in this 8th inning. 0 for 4 so far this series against the Tigers. Missing outside, ball 3. Little 3-1, have some fun. Grichuk open it up a little bit, and the count is now full. Fly ball left center as Vierling calls for it.
Time now for the upcoming schedule presented by Toyota. Let's go places, and the places we're going to go. Going to be Minneapolis for 3 with the Twins. The off day, much needed on the 4th. And then on to Philadelphia for a 3-game series before heading back home for a key series with the Braves and the Dodgers.
It's going to be the big test of the season. White Sox have been playing great baseball in the month of May, but when you have Phillies, Braves, and Dodgers, really see what this team is made of as Antonacci grounds out for out number 2.
Again, there's no critical series at the beginning part of June, but it's measuring stick just where you are against some of the elites in baseball. Atlanta and the Dodgers sure are 2 of those, and the Yankees coming up right after that, another one.
Vargas hits it hard as McKinstry gives ground from the grass. That was a nice play at short. And the White Sox retired in order. They will go to the 9th, a 1-run lead.
My name is
This is my fight. This is my life. This is my cause. That's why I go out like I embrace the pain. That's how I came. Ain't nothing changed. That's why I go out like I This is my fight. This is my life. This is my cause. That's why I go out like I embrace the pain. That's how I came. Ain't nothing changed. That's why I go out like I
White Sox scoring 2 runs in the 7th, looking to hold on in the 9th, and some defensive changes as Luis Angel Acuna comes into play center, Peters to right, as Hudson stays in this game to pitch to Riley Green, the lefty, to start this 9th inning. Big swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I think he's on to face just one more guy, and then Davis throwing in the bullpen. There is Tyler Davis.
Late swing, fouled away. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count here to Riley Green, who is 0 for 3, grounding into a double play his last time up in the 6th inning. In the air, long run for Vargas. Foul territory, and he makes the snow cone as he hops over the tarp. What an effort from Miguel Vargas.
What concentration it took, knowing that he was nearing the tarp. Had to catch the baseball and the presence of mind to go up and over. That could have been disastrous as far as the Sox are concerned. He goes, gets it, has some time to leap into the net. And the first big out here in the 9th. What a play. So Hudson will depart this one. Davis will come in with 2 outs to get to nail it down. What an effort by Miguel Vargas.
Sports.
Take one more look at Vargas and what a play he made. This is time for our slide of the game presented by Wisconsin Dells, the water park capital of the world, and that slide was over the tarp, almost into the stands. Good thing for the net. He comes away unscathed, and what a play that was. So Tyler Davis comes on to try to nail it down. On for the 15th time. ERA of 3 1/4.
First pitch swing, and Matt Vierling fouls it back. He's 0 for 2 today. Walked back in the 7th inning. 2 more outs to go in this 9th. In the air, left field, Antonacci to his left. And the White Sox, 1 more out to pull off a sweep against the Tigers. This would be the first career save for Tyler Davis, as the White Sox going a little different back end of the bullpen today.
Grant Taylor worked a lot yesterday and was obviously given a day of rest today.
Almost 29,000 fans on this Sunday, rising to their feet, loving this homestand from the White Sox. This would be the 16th come from behind victory for the White Sox if this score holds. That would lead the American League so far this season. Breaking ball in there, 2 balls and a strike. Even the little ones going tarps off. It is popped up. Colson Montgomery calling. Ball game. White Sox a 2-1 come from behind win. And they pull off the 3-game sweep over the Tigers.
What a series it was. The Sox did a lot of things right. And today they got excellent pitching all the way. The offense did just enough late. And they sweep the Tigers out of town, and it's on to see the Twins in Minneapolis.
What a homestand. 3 of 4 from the Twins. And sweeping all 3 games over the Tigers. Pulling off their 16th comeback win of the season. And the Tigers are just stunned where their season is at right now.
But looking at their offense, it's been the worst in the major leagues run-wise, and they came in here, and the Sox pitching just shut them down. So, a happy flight. I'll see you on the plane.
All righty. On to Minneapolis. For my guys, Steve Stone, Brooke Fletcher, Connor McKnight, I'm John Schriffen. Thank you so much for staying with us on this Sunday afternoon. After the break, you got White Sox Postgame Live, presented by Yingling. Popped up. Colson Montgomery calling. Ball game. White Sox a 2-1 come from behind win, and they pull off the 3-game sweep over the Tigers.
Stadium was shocked when they took him out of the game. Like, he's at 65 pitches. What are you doing? And by the way, the Tigers bullpen's lost, I think, 17 games this year.
That's my point.
Yeah.
If you have a great bullpen, you have 4 guys like Mariano Rivera.
Bring them in.
You have 5 Mariano Rivera out there. Bring him. When you have the bullpen, you struggle like that this year. You got to make that move.
And you've lost 20 of 24 games. But so nothing's going right for your team. You're gonna do that?
He tried to win the game. He did.
What happened? He just made. I'm gonna stop. I've said my piece.
You know what I mean? It just to me it was wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe
it's easy for us to sit here and say this, but that was.
Nah. Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, thank you.